Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Disco Kitty, the Crappy Crafter. Today we're going to play with polymer clay, something I haven't done in a really long time. And I never really got into it, but I kind of want to get into it. But my problem is I am not a creative person, as I keep telling you. I'm really good at, I like to think I'm good at taking an idea and running with it, but I'm not good at coming up with my own ideas. So I asked an AI to come up with something for me to make, and it recommended this. So that's what we're going to try to replicate today. We'll see how it goes. It could be a huge fail. It could be a huge success. I don't know. I've already made my core, so I don't waste a lot of clay. So let's just get right into it. Okay, let's take a look at what we're going to use. We're going to use some really old polymer clay that I got more than 2 years ago. So a lot of the grease has come out of it. All the oil has come out of it. It's on the outside of the packaging. It was gross. I had to wash all the packaging down before I could even play with them. And then I conditioned them. That means I made them soft in a pasta roller, because I am not going to condition these by hand, because I have middle-aged white woman hands, and they're middle-aged. You know, they don't work as well as they used to. They get sore faster, So I'm going to cut all of these strips in the order that I want them to be in. And then I'm going to realize that I cut them all like 3 times bigger than they needed to be. So I'm going to have to cut them all down again. But don't you worry, I'm not going to make you watch all that. So here are all the cut down pieces. I'm going to try to smooth them all together on one side so that they don't fall apart too bad. And then I'm going to put them through the pasta, maker one more time, just to make sure that they're all nice and flat and the same size. And just look at it. Yay, it's looking good so far. And I'll talk about this a little bit later, but I totally did this wrong. What I should have done, I have like 3 pounds of just plain white, and what I should have done was I should have made a thicker, more filling layer of the white so that it actually looked like a bean. And this is just gonna be so lumpy and bumpy and horrible. I didn't even think about trying to put down. I should have put down another layer. I should have. And the reason why I didn't is because technically the white is Sculpey 3 specifically. And this stuff comes from Arteza. And I didn't want to use them both on the same layer because they technically cook at different temperatures. And the Arteza box is super specific. It's all like, do not overcook. Don't overcook, which, I watch, Ace of Clay. I love watching Ace of Clay. He's such a sweetheart. And he, cooks multiple times, Save your progress. Cook it and save your progress. Was he the one that says save your progress? No, I don't remember now. But anyways, you want to cook your clay. Every time you do a layer or you do a major section that can be messed up, you want to cook your layers so that you save your progress and you don't mess it up later. Here, I'm going in and I'm making little arms. And what I did was I just put 3 little pieces together and then put them through the pasta maker, the pasta roller, so that they would all smoosh together. I have no idea what I'm doing with the tools. I just use the tools that, seem to work. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing when it comes to clay. I took I worked with regular clay in high school for like a week, maybe. And we didn't do anything polymer clay related in high school because polymer clay wasn't really a big thing when I was in high school. Not like it is today. My parents did get me some polymer clay when I was in like early high school. But, and yeah, I do such a good job keeping things right in the center of the frame, don't I? Yeah. So I figure one of the things I'm gonna do is I made this guy, obviously, I've already done it. Maybe this time next year, y'all will have to remind me. Maybe this time next year, I'll try to make him again. And if I've been doing a lot of polymer clay between now and a year from now, maybe he'll come out a lot better. What do you guys think? Do you think I should do him again in a year or maybe 2 years to see how it goes? See if I've, progressed, come along, I really should watch more, clay working people as well. I really love working with clay. I do, and I love working with polymer clay specifically because it's not nearly as messy, but I don't know what I'm doing with it. But, I think this come out pretty cute. It's alright. I mean, it's getting there. Found something round to make the 2 eyes so that they would be the same size, but I realized that they're a little bit big. Well, I mean, they're actually just the perfect size, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to squish them smaller. That's eventually when I get around to it. What am I doing? Here we go. I have realized that they are way too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very, very carefully pinch them into smaller circles. And what that'll also do is it'll make the circle thicker and smaller. So what I can do is I can get a black piece of polymer clay, just a little ball, and squish it right in the middle. That way it'll spread the blue out a little bit so that it was the size that I wanted, and it'll still look like the black is inset in the blue. Yeah, that's the other thing. I should have made the whole thing, all of the layers should be a little bit thicker because that blue needs to squish into the face, and it's not going to do that either. But I was really happy that one of the tools had that little itty bitty tiny, crescent thing. I was very happy with that. Here we're going to start with some pupils. And the black is so messy. The black just left black all over everything. Squish, squish, see? Isn't that nice? That worked out really well. Perfect. So nice. Yeah. And we're gonna do a little tiny snake in order to fill in the mouth. I should have made it bigger because the space in the mouth is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. And I have such a hard time doing this because I don't know what I'm doing. But you know what? That's why you're all here, right? You're here to watch me, kind of flail around and not know what I'm doing so that you don't have to flail around and not know what you're doing. Because if I flail around, that means you don't have to, right? Yeah, I definitely want to work more with polymer clay. Or maybe even, I have a whole bunch of air dry clay too. I should work more with that as well. Although I did, you remember those little molds for the Play-Doh? So recently, and you'll see a short on that sometime next year technically, I put some of that air dry clay in 2 of those molds, and I left it open because I couldn't get the clay back out without distorting the figure because the clay is super, super soft. Yeah, here I decided I was going to try to use alcohol to clean up the fingerprints. Is that what people use to clean up fingerprints? Is alcohol, or do they just use water? Because this was just sucking the black right off and it was really gross. Anyways, so the air dry clay, I put it in the mold and then it just stayed in the mold. And I couldn't get it back out again. It was so gross. So I'll have to figure something else out with that. But this is turning out to be really cute. Absolutely not what I wanted it to. It's almost what I wanted it to look like. I don't know. He's cute enough, I guess. Well, that didn't come out the way I was hoping. It kind of came out the way I was expecting, though. So that's okay. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. Here, I'll put a comparison. I'll put the picture up. obviously you can't look at the back side of the picture because it's just an AI thing. But, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you want to see me do more of these weird little things that AI tells me to do? Because I'm down for it. If you want, we can keep doing this kind of thing. I definitely think that the next time I make something, though, look at all this look at that. So, okay, so as you saw, because you watched me do it, I got tinfoil ball and I squished it down, and then I just put this layer right on top of it. And what I probably should have done was put a layer of something, you know, something that I have a lot of, and then cooked that, and then put this layer down on top of it. Oh, did he crack? No, that's just my fingernail. And yeah, I mean, it's okay. It certainly kind of looks like what it was supposed to look like. I mean, I have a picture of it over there, and all the colors are kind of sort of in the right place. Kind of, sort of. I mean, they're in the right order, that's for sure. But, I don't know. We'll try it again. Do you want to watch me try it again? Do you guys want to watch me play with polymer clay when I'm not playing with resin or coloring or painting on squishies or, you know, whatever else I do? 'Cause I'm down for it. I got a whole big box of polymer clay. These are all the ones I used today. And these are all the colors I still haven't touched yet. So, yeah, let me know what you think. It's Loki. Loki, come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Loki, you're fine. My chair is scaring him. He's very startly. Come here. Hi, come here. Oh. Oh, he's so big. Oh, darn it. Oh, he's upset. He doesn't. Oh, it's okay. All right, he doesn't want to stay. That's all right. So, yeah, like I was saying. Let me know if you guys want to watch me, you know, play with polymer clay, because I still have a bunch of it. I have like 2 of these big white blocks. I was supposed to have 3, but I don't know where the third one went. I have a big giant block of gray. I have cause clay in gray. I think I got a big different Sculpey block, and it's not Sculpey 3 like this is. I got this whole big Arteza. It has 42 colors, which is the perfect number. Thank you. So these are the ones I haven't used. These are the ones that I did use today. So I got a lot of clay. I always wanted to play with polymer clay, but I never felt that I was very good at it. I mean, just look at that. Just look at that. Poor thing. Poor thing. Let's see if we can get some real wrinkles showing. Oh yeah, look at that. It's almost heart-shaped. Poor little dude. Anyways, so yeah, with all that being said, let me know. Do you want to watch me do more polymer clay when I'm not doing resin and stuff? Or do you want me to skip it? Or, whatever. Leave comments. Let me know. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. My brain is just not with me today, and I apologize for that. But with all that being said and done, I'll see you next week. Stay safe.